Ever wanted to drive in some highly detailed Romanian country roads? Well, I think we found our map. Let's go and check this out. Hey guys, Clumsy here, and today I have a special treat for you. This is what we're checking out, the Romania Map by Alexandru. This is a 1:5 map scale, so highly detailed. The default scale is, I believe, 1:19, with the standard map. Ooh, looks like a bit of traffic and accident in there. Rip, let's not look at that. Yes, this is a 1:5 scaled map that is actually made using Google Maps Street View. So every sign you see, every garbage can you come across, every one of these is realistic and comes from what the Alexandru team has seen in the Street View. So we'll go and drive through it. I'll go and share some details about this map, and I'll let you guys decide for yourselves if this is something you like and this is something you're interested in. Anyway, I'll leave some links in the video description for you. Ooh, anyone understand what that is? Well, it's in Romanian, I guess, but let me know if you can read that. I do see the Alexandru there. So this is probably a project that is being done by Alexandru, that says. I'm going to assume this. Okay, anyway, let's go and drive. I have a job. But first, let me show you the map, and then later on I will share what other mods I have enabled. So the map is, as you can imagine, only Romania. This is the Romania map after all. There are so many other cities, although the roads that are currently built right now are all this part only. There are currently 22 cities included in this existing version of the map, 0.3a. And there are over 1,200 kilometers of roads available. Now mind you, that might seem small, but this is 1:5. So if we do a rough estimate, this 144 kilometer journey that we have, that would be trip time almost 3 hours if we divided by 5. Oh my goodness, you do the math for me. 180 divided by 5, I don't know, more maybe 30 minutes plus. Math while recording does not mix very well. Anyway, alright, so let's go and drive through this road. Let's see what this map has to offer, how it looks, how it feels, and you guys decide for yourselves if this is something you would like to get, okay? We are in a very new, very simple Volvo FH Classic with Robinicus truck sounds, D16 engine, not too shabby. Nothing fancy. Oh, I also have a mod for the interior. You might notice that the interior has higher definition. So check out the mods list for the links to those. Look under the accessories section. The bottom rows should have these ones. So that contains the dashboard improvements as well as the GPS improvements. Not GPS, the computer dashboard improvements. That one is by NFSHP. By Oscar, it's also known as. Who I think is part of the SCS team now. Speaking of teams, so this map is done by Alexandru. And I think, yeah, if I remember correctly, Alexandru is actually part of the Pro Mods team. So this map of his, this Romania map 1:5, is like a side project of his, in addition to his responsibilities in Pro Mods. And this is why you can already start to imagine what kind of work, what kind of quality this map would give. I've only driven a couple of minutes in it, and I've already seen the details that I really enjoy. So let's go and drive through it together. Looks like the traffic is kind of funky though. It seems like they are getting used to the roads as well. And I chose this truck because we are in Romania, and I've recently seen a video of Arias driving a Volvo Classic in real life. So I was thinking like Romania and Volvo Classic might be a good mix. It's probably very realistic. So why not? And speaking of Arias, it speaks volumes that Arias had very good praises, very good words for this map, seeing as how he made Raw Extended, which initially focused mainly on Romania. But yeah, he had some very good words over for this map when he was commenting over in the Raw X forums. So I think that is a, how do you say, a good testimonial as to the quality and accuracy of this map, with some Romanians actually praising how accurate it looks. So far, lots of details. You can see all the signs, both as signs and road markings, and even the roundabouts are highly detailed. The aisles have all those chevrons. I'm guessing all of those are accurate. There's a gas station here. I guess that's a real brand, because that is also one of the features of this map. It has real life companies included, Carrefour, Selgros, and some other brands I'm not familiar with, but I'm guessing are maybe either European or Romanian specifically. I just love the country feel, the countryside feel. I remember there were a couple of comments in some of my older videos which where they request for driving more in country roads because they get bored when we drive in highways. And if you're one of those guys, then this map might just be a treat for you. Timișoara and Arad. Not even sure where we're going, but I'm just following the GPS. Yeah, that is for trucks, right? That inner lane there, that aisle. I think so. That was built so that we have additional room for maneuvering in the trailer. Oh, and this is one of the highlights actually. You know what? Let's go and wait for it. Because these ones, I think this feature is something that is only seen in this map. Walker Crossing, it's called. So you can see the cars are just moving and ignoring the pedestrian lane, right? But when someone is crossing, when we see, a while ago we saw someone crossing, like this guy. When this guy crosses, the AI traffic actually stops and gives way to them. So it looks all realistic and stuff, but I haven't seen it yet. That might be something we can try to observe now. Ooh, that's actually a good point. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll pause the video. I'll wait for this to happen. I'll bring you guys back when it's when it finally matches, okay? One sec. Is this it? Okay, someone's crossing. Truck is stopping. Look at that. Yeah, they actually did stop. Nice. A while ago, there was a car which just passed by, right? And now that someone was crossing, they really took their space. Oh, the first time I've seen a Natural Lux trailer. Nice. Wow. Cool. Like this guy. Because there's no one crossing, he just goes straight. Awesome. Alright, now the guy's going to cross again. Oh, this is perfect example. And they actually stop for the pedestrians. Amazing stuff. I don't know how I don't know how Alexandru coded that, but that is super cool. Even though there's only one guy just crossing to and from the road. It's like, what is he actually doing? But I like that feature. Yeah, that's one of the highlights in this map. Super cool. We've always wanted crossing pedestrians, but SAS never gave us that. I guess because it would be so prone to having... Oh, there's one more here. It would be so prone to people trying to add some violence to the game. But it does make it more immersive and more realistic with actual crossing pedestrians, right? And with the AI actually respecting that event. So cool. And we've seen it firsthand here. Awesome. So yeah, absolutely loving it. Anyway, to make the picture complete, guys, I would like to share with you some of the mods I have enabled, because if you get this map, it might not look exactly like what you see here in this video, because I have some other mods. So I do have natural lux enabled, and yes, this is 1.37 and I do have natural lux, but that's because I am in the closed beta branch. In closed beta, we can manipulate the files ourselves. I think that's the #1 question I'm getting in the channel in all my videos so far. When will natural lux be compatible with 1.37? I haven't heard any news if it will be. It looks like there won't be an update for 1.37. Maybe it will come in 1.38. But yeah, if you are in the public branch, if you downloaded this the normal way, then unfortunately natural lux is not compatible yet with 1.37. For me though, I have it because I'm in the closed beta branch, okay? Hope that clarifies it a bit. But I'm sure I'll still continue getting the comments. So many comments about that. But anyway, so natural lux is enabled. I also have files trees that is available in the video description. No, not video description, but in the mods list, which is linked in the video description. Okay, so the trees might look a bit more realistic than what you're used to. A bit more, how do you say, less 2D, more 3D, to put it simply. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, look at the level of detail on the roads, right? Each marking, each of those stripes, it's there. It's all there. Even the bent signs you see on the road there, I bet that's completely accurate. Initially, when I looked at the map, it was like, it's still a small map. Maybe I'll wait for further updates for the map to get bigger before I dig in. But I just tried it out a bit, and the first intersection I came across was like, whoa, this detail is something I have not seen so much before. And especially in country roads when there's not much happening. The country roads tend to be scenic for a time, but you tend to get to those areas where there's not much in there. Here, everything is just filled with small stuff, you know, that make it realistic. Yeah, these houses, these roads, the parked cars and everything. It looks so lived in. That's actually cool. That car had its sirens on, and I wasn't the one he was catching. I wasn't the one he was penalizing. That's a first. I bet that's also a feature here in this map. So I've never seen cop cars do that before, unless it was for me, unless I was the one who did something wrong. I think that guy was catching the overtaking guy, if you saw that in the mirror. Oh man, this map is just full of surprises, huh? Alright, so I think you get a picture of what it shows, what this map has. Now we go to the catch, okay? And this might be shocking to some of you, this might throw you off, but I wanted to give you the pros first before we go to the cons. This map is payware, right? So, oh, payware, unsub, quit. But it is not expensive. It's payware, like spare change payware, if you ask me. It is, I think, 350 euros. 3.5. I guess your coffee from a coffee shop is even more expensive than that. But yeah, for this level of detail, I would gladly pay for it personally. If you would, that's up to you. But I'm here to showcase what it has and share with you all the details you need to know. So it is payware, and in the video description are links to get you to the pages with more details in there and all the stuff you might have. He even has a Facebook page where you can talk to him directly if you had more questions. The pay site is the same as the one that ProMods uses. You know, when there's a new ProMods version and you want to download everything in one file, and there is like a €1 fee for it, and then you get to this what is the site called, payload site or something. That's the same site that he uses, because understandably he is from the ProMods team, so he knows some of the best practices. So yeah, that is the same site, so you know that it's safe, it's not shady, it's been used before a lot. It accepts PayPal and cards that are compatible with PayPal. Now, if PayPal is not available for you, there are other options as well. I think it becomes a bit more expensive though. I think it becomes like, what, €545 instead of €350. But that will allow some other alternative payments, like cards that are not compatible with PayPal. What is this? I'm not even familiar with these payment options. GiroPay, Ideal, PaySafe, so forth. Probably some European pay options. Yeah, but yes, just check the link in the video description and go talk to him directly. Now, something I have not said explicitly, but something that is very common. If you're going with this map, this 1:5 map, this is standalone. You would need a completely new profile for it. Okay, so this is not compatible with ProMods, not compatible with the default map, not compatible with any other map mod you have. So this is why we call it standalone map. Okay, just to make it super clear. And you would need some map DLCs, in particular Scandinavia, Vive la France, Italia, and beyond the Baltic Sea. Notice that I did not include the Black Sea DLC. It is not actually a requirement for this map. I'm not sure if it will be in the future, but at the moment it is not. Okay, so go and check out the link if you're interested, and go and ask him questions if you have. Oh, look at that. Yes, exactly. Traffic stopping for crossing AI. Amazing. Love it. Any idea how he implemented that? That is a first. Yes, he also highlights that in his email. So Alexandru reached out to me and told me about this map. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known about it. Thanks for reaching out, Alexandru. And yeah, he was highlighting that feature that other maps don't have it. And I would agree with that. This is the first time I've seen that feature. I'm sure now that he has invented it, this will get shared with the community, or at least the community will start exploring because they know that it's possible, and future maps, future updates for other maps will improve and will add this functionality. I can bet. So yes, looking forward to other maps getting this as well. But yeah, he is a pioneer when it comes to that point. So good. Just the entire view is realistic, right? And I don't have any traffic mods enabled, but you can see a lot of cars on the road. So that is probably fine-tuned already by Alexandru, the traffic, to be as realistic as possible. Here we are in the Volvo dealer. This is where I got my truck. Yeah, country roads for days, but not boring country roads. Always something exciting happening. Change gear, thank you. How do you say that? Remetia Mare? Not familiar with the place. I don't think that's even in the standard map, nor in RoX or anything on the Black Sea DLC. Might be a very small town that is normally ignored with the less detailed scaled maps, but in the 1:5 you really see the difference, because there is so much detail, so much more detail that you can put in. And this is why I like these highly detailed maps. They really give you that sense of scale, that you're driving through some really long roads. And of course these roundabouts. Looking great. Love it. Let me just pause for a moment and appreciate the view. Looks like there's a pickup point here. How do you get there though? Oh, this one, there's a side road. Nice. There's also a bus stop there. Is that a bus stop? Or I think it's more of a picnic area, isn't it? Let's open the windows here. Oh, that's loud. Maybe close it. Just open it a bit. That is loud though. A little bit of silent trucking action for you guys who are not fans of my voice. Oh, dang it. Completely missed that. Let's close the windows, it's a bit too loud. Rubinica's sounds tend to be a bit on the louder side. I even toned down the audio sliders already to around maybe 25%, 30%. It's still a bit loud for me. So I can't open the windows without going deaf, which might be realistic. Just not used to it. Range Rover, nice. Land Rover, Jaguar. Car dealer over here. Nice touch. I wonder if it has the airport modeled. I see a sign going there. Oh, I think this is it. The one to the right, which is not yet part of it. Maybe in future versions. Oh, and speaking of future versions, I think I saw that in his FAQ. That he was saying... so this is 0.3 version, and if you buy it, you will get free updates for 0.3. Like if there are bug fixes, 0.3 A, B, C, you will get it. But if 0.4 comes out, you will have to purchase it again. Like if there's a major update, it's going to be a different purchase. But I guess when that major version comes in, then it will be a very different version with lots of new areas, and probably warrants an entirely new purchase. That's what I assume, at least. So yeah, but if you have questions, more questions on that, please don't ask me. I also don't know. But yes, get in touch with the mod author in the video description. I'm just here to share the good news, you know. Share this beautiful piece of work. And that's literal, that's not sarcastic. Yeah, but yeah, I love driving through roads like these. Very different feel, very different vibe, and we are speeding. How are we doing in fuel economy? 40.4. Oh, that's very bad. Luke oil. I guess that's realistic as well. So yeah, that's the one. Stop sign here. There's just so much detail to see. I've heard this common sentiment of Romanians, so I've gotten a lot of comments in my videos, especially when I was featuring the Black Sea DLC. So for me personally, I love the Black Sea DLC. It's very detailed, very realistic for me. But then again, I'm not really familiar with the real place, and some of the... Look at that guy! Is that a normal cargo? There's actually a horse behind. Must be having a fun time. Looks like there is an Iveco dealer here as well. From Patron. Looks like a Romanian gas station. Oh, that might need a fix. And oh, huh, that's weird. Force feedback went out. Right, let's fix that in a bit. Even have potholes in here. What was I saying a while ago? Yes, and so some Romanians are unfortunately not happy with how the Black Sea DLC turned out. They say that Romania was not portrayed well, that it was very basic, it was not very detailed. So if you are one of those guys, then you might be very happy with this map because, I don't know, in my clueless eyes, this looks very detailed to me. But for our Romanian local friends, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if this is something you are also enjoying and if this has enough detail for you now. Yeah, that is very weird how the force feedback died on me. I do have a plugin, a force feedback plugin. Oh, is that a secret road? Looks like it links to the backyard of the houses. So what I can do is I can say, I hope this doesn't wreck the game. Let's pull over here for a sec because I want to get my force feedback. If you are using the force feedback plugin by who was the original author, ooh, let's buy something here. Nice looking stall. So if you have the same plugin and it does from time to time bug out, you can go to the console, SDK reload is what you type, SDK space reload, press enter, and that should load it up again, and now it's back. Perfect. They stopped over buying some, I don't know what he was selling. Didn't look like fruits, maybe beer. Let's not drink it here though. Right, off we go. There's that guy with the horse again. Looks like horses are very famous here. Now that's horsepower. Oh, and looks like we are... Looks like this place is not just country roads, actually. It also includes some highways, looks like, because we are entering the A1 highway, based on the signs. Squeeze in here. Looks like a lot of police activity here. Let's get away from that. So how far away are we? 65 kilometers away. Wow. Remember the how long our trip was? Only 100 plus kilometers. In the normal map, we should have finished that in like 15-20 minutes. But this one is very different. Okay, here's the highway. And here we have to start merging in. Please give me space. Whew. Almost crashed there. Beautiful. Okay, I take it back. This place is not just for highways. It's quite interesting though. You see the speed limit? Oh, and there was a bug there with the AI going into the road. Now that's I guess that is in scope of the bug fixes. If he does release bug fixes, then it will be included in your purchase as a future update. But yeah, look at the speed limit, 130. This is really how it is in Romania, even for trucks. Goodness. Okay, 100. Maybe let's stick to 100. I love how the highway is just, even if it's a highway, it's just not flat. You see the level changes. Feels like a roller coaster, and even has some like potholes sometimes. And what's more, there are actually mile markers, well, kilometer markers to be more exact. KM 525, 526. This is something I've never seen before because it is just such a chore to do. Kilometer 527, my goodness. Yeah, that is something I know we've all wanted. Like in ATS, we wanted those mile markers. But yes, imagine the map author having to put each one of those. No one would be that insane. Is the word for it, but looks like Alexandru is. Goodness, kilometer 530. Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, this map definitely is a plus in my books. Just for that mere fact of the mile markers there. Now I really believe it. Now I really believe that this entire map was made using Google Street View. Do we see those mile markers even here? Yes, it looks like we do. 532. This is so cool. You know, I have a feeling I can drive in Romania in real life after I've gone through here. It just looks so real. Wowzers. Like some of the cars are very slow though. And yes, lots of exits. They're not yet built in though. Lots of exits are ending, and they're not really allowing you to branch out to exit through there. But I mean, this highway has been done amazingly well with all the signs, and even this electronic sign there. All the road markings and everything. I think the AI just needs a bit of tuning. Sometimes they're going underground, sometimes they're turning too fast, or maybe that's realistic with Romanian drivers. Not really sure. Wow. And each and every lamppost. Look at this detail, guys. Each and every lamppost, each and every railing, each and every kilometer marker is here. I have no words. Now the bends are kind of abrupt here, but I'm not sure if they're really like that in Romania. But maybe that's realistic. You guys let me know if you have locals around. This is so detailed. Okay, SKRS really started to slow down. Whoa! Yeah, as I mentioned, the bends are a bit abrupt. Maybe I shouldn't be driving at 100 kilometers per hour here. Almost ended the job right there. Look at these exits. Now this exit is modeled in. It looks amazingly humongous. Not those old school prefabs from the default map. Everything just looks so real. Start slowing down here. I see the end of the highway sign there. In 2 kilometers the highway ends. So let's start slowing down, and looks like there is a road narrowing up ahead. Yes, looks like it. Let's try and squeeze in here. Now you might notice some frame drops. It has nothing to do with the map. I think the map is very well optimized. It's just that I thought I could get away with 4 times anti-aliasing again. If you guys have been with the channel for quite some time, you know I'm always enjoying these AA tweaks using NVIDIA Profile Inspector. I try to play with 2 times and 4 times anti-aliasing from time to time. And right now I have 4 times. That's why we have 4 more frame drops, but much better image quality as well, which I think looks good. Looks really good with this map. But yeah, so far from what I've seen, the map looks pretty optimized. Even in busy sections like this, there is quite a lot of traffic, so that can hurt your frame rate a little, but I think it's well worth it as it makes the entire place look even more realistic. Are we close? I'm not sure. Carrefour, that's the one. It's one of the real brands that were implemented. So I'm not using any traffic mod here, not using any real company mod. This is all part of the base map when you get this Romania standalone map. Are we close? I guess so, because we are entering the city. How far away? 17 kilometers. Well, looks like we're not entering the city itself, just passing through. But yeah, I like that fact that you can actually distinguish when you're entering a city. You see the map really starting to populate there. You see all the buildings starting to come up. And it gives you a very different feel. And it can't be clearer than that you're transitioning from a country road to an actual city. You have those amazingly looking trams there. Wow. I'd love to ride in one of those. Very cool. Oh, I like that. And what are these? Humongous hay bales? It's larger than I am accustomed to seeing in farm sim. Absolutely lovely view. Even a guy biking here. It's a bike lane, I think. An unofficial bike lane, maybe? There's also a side road here, which I'm not sure what it's for. Like a service road of some type. Maybe that's the bike lane, I'm not sure. But yeah, I like how different this is. Compare this to the place we started in. That was not a city, more of a small town. Here you have all the activity stalls, all the pedestrian lanes and all the bus lanes right there. So cool. Oh, crap, sorry. Oh, didn't get booked. Nice. Lucky. Is this Arad? Okay, apparently we are in Arad already. Which is a very familiar sounding place to me. I guess this must be in the default map. Must be a very famous big city based on how it looks here. Pass through. No one there. Thank you. And look at this roundabout. Even that is completely detailed. Absolutely beautiful. And the houses, perfectly varied. Not like they were just plopped down. It looks so real. And I need a photo, and I think I found my photo spot. There's even a tram line there. Here is a perfect bridge shot with the city of Arad overlooking. Let's do a race with this tram. Maybe not the best decision, given that this road only has a 50-kilometer limit. Yeah, I like the transition. The skimpy roads transitioning to the highway and back. And all the different gas stations you can see. Oh, this looks like a massive junction. It's like one of those spots in ATS with all four corners of the intersection having each one a different gas station. I guess this is a true to life junction, huh? Massive roundabout with all competing gas stations in one place. Whew, came real close there. I think that curb. Nice. Was that an advertisement? Well, I couldn't read it anyway, so. But some of you guys might be able to relate. Maybe that's a real advertisement. Yeah, I can imagine the amount of work that was put in here. This must have taken so long. If you are watching, Alexandru, feel free to put in some more comments, some more trivia. And I will pin it for everyone to see, like other tidbits. How long it took you to make this, the challenges you've gotten, some nice trivia you want to share with us to increase our appreciation of this map even more. Oh, beautiful train. Properly lengthy as well. And passenger and cargo train. Double loco there. Even is carrying a boat. Brings back nightmares. Properly long trains, guys. And with this, expect the next video to be Derail Valley, because that just got me hyped. So good. That's what's cool about having a standalone map. The author can put all the details he wants, he can modify the traffic as he wants, and it will not conflict with any other map mods because no other map mods are compatible. So he has more complete authority about these things. Wow, this is very bumpy. Bikes. Man, well, that was a treat. Yeah, and it looks like Volvo is really a famous brand here. I've seen 2 Volvo dealers already in this single trip. And there is an MB dealer as well. I didn't know you could do those back to back. Well, we didn't discover the MB one. I thought you could only have one per city. Maybe he found a way around it again, or maybe I just forgot. What's this now? Tram line, I guess. Let's give some space there. This guy didn't go forward. There's the tram. Beautiful. This makes this entire city look so busy and look so real. And here we are. I think somewhere here, if I can find it. Now the road does cut off, but I think we should have went on that. What? Ah, so close, it's so far. It was almost a perfect near miss thing. Oh yeah, I should have gone on that side road. The GPS didn't include it, unfortunately, so I didn't go through there. Okay, but yes, if we can just go up this curb. Sorry. Because I think this is where we park. There we go. Alright. Oh, I think that's something you don't see every time. An actual truck parked in here. Usually you would only see trailers. I know there are some mods before which tried to do that. Add a couple of trucks in the pickup delivery points, make it more realistic. But I think it's always been difficult because they were not compatible with other map mods. But yeah, with a standalone map you have your full authority over what you enable and whatnot. Because by design, all other map modes are incompatible. It just works. Awesome. Well, that was surely a treat. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, okay? And I'm looking forward to your comments. And share this video with a friend. And let me know. Are you willing to pay 350 euros for this map? Or would you rather watch me drive it? Well, I'll leave that to you. Wait for that in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Clumsy trucking, everyone. Catch you soon. Probably do a silent trucking with this one, huh? That would work. Thanks and bye-bye.